we're getting close to the Quizmaster sending out the annual email that the top 50, right, is going to have to be in likely by the end of September. And we were wondering where Connor Bedard might be on that list. I think he's going to be in the top 50. He'll if I can project properly, like McDavid was as a rookie. I think it's tough to get on there. I would guess Sid probably was as a rookie. Maybe Ovi was if we were doing it almost 20 years ago. Bedard will be on the list, but I think he'll be somewhere in the 40s, maybe mid to high 30s. Anything higher than that to me just seems a little bit unreasonable.
Aggressive?
Yes, a bit aggressive.
I'm trying to think of it as off the top of my head. Like, do I want to put him somewhere high? Yes, but there's too many good players in the league right now. Like, does he top some of the guys that we had in the mid-20s? And then you see some legacy players. Are they going to start to drop off? Like, I know Patrick Kane's and guys like that probably aren't going to make it. But it's, there's a cycle. And I do believe Bedard will make it. O's going to have him in the top 10, but I'm not going to put him there. 100% he is not top 10 for me, even if he proves it by Christmas. It's just, you got to earn it, and I just haven't seen him against, we'll call it the men. He's played against, man-childs. He's played against guys like that, but he hasn't played against a grown man, as Babcock would say, who's got to feed his family and all of that type of stuff. So we'll see how it unfolds. But I think he's probably, realistically, I'd put him in the 40s, in the 35 to 40 type of range, because now it's a coin flip of who you like and who you don't.
Well, and that seems fair. He's also never played against he's going to play on a bad team. Chicago's not going to be a good team.
They're going to be terrible again.
Right? So that's going to go against him as well. But this year when we do that list, there's going to be movement, at least on my list, right? Like, I had Jack Hughes,
he was 49th last year. I'm looking at the list right now.
He was lower on my list.
He's probably in the top 10 now.
Like, Jack Hughes is going to be
49.
He was 49. Jack Hughes. Like, that's a guy that's moving way up the list.
Yes.
Like, way up.
Jason Robertson was 44th.
Yeah.
On the list last year. Like, those are two guys.
There's going to be a lot of movement this year.
Hayes, quickly, just you have it in front of you.
Yes.
What was your top 10, and what guy could drop out right now of your top 10?
Let me run down the top 10 last year of TSN's top 50. I mean. Okay, so this was released October 6th, 2022. All right, it was McDavid 1, Matthews 2, McCarr 3, Draisaitl 4, McKinnon 5, Hedman 6, Vasilevsky 7, Kucherov 8, Barkov 9, Kaprizov 10.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a pretty solid 10.
It's very difficult to make a case. Hedman had a bit of a down year last year based on his standards. He's up there in age. Maybe I could see Hedman coming out. Vasilevsky, I'd be very careful. I know where you're going to go, Noodles, and you can take the floor in a moment. I wouldn't be shocked if Vasilevsky fell out of the top 10. I'm not saying he should, but I wouldn't be shocked. And then, I
don't think Crosby is a lock to come out of the top 10.
Crosby was 11th last year, and he played like a top 10 player.
I had Crosby at 8. I have mine open right now. Crosby was 8. I had Kucherov 9, Yossi 10, and Noodles is going to be mad at me, but I had Vasilevsky at 11.
Mm-hmm.
No,
that's a ballpark, though.
It is a ballpark, and we talk about it. Goalies, I always have felt, are undervalued, but it doesn't mean, Vasilevsky statistically had a down season last year, didn't take the team to the promised land. So, people are going to go, well, he's more human than we thought, but he's still, arguably, like Matthews had, by his standards, somewhat of a down year. Where would he be? And,
he did.
He's not going to be
But I still think Austin Matthews is a top 5 player. So does Matthews drop from 2, and who climbs to the 2 then? Is it Draisaitl? Because Draisaitl gets lost in the shuffle. I still feel like Draisaitl will be like 5 or 6, and people would be like, just forget about him. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Does McCarr take a step back? Because we didn't see him carry a team right to the finals and win. So that's the. I mean, we're nitpicking at top players, because Matthews is going to be a top 5 no matter what, in my opinion.
Well, should be, I think.
It should be, but Jack Hughes has got to be there.
Yes.
How
about guys moving down, Noodles? Like Jonathan Huberdeau, after 115 points, I think a lot of people would have had him in the top 25, top 30. Now, where's he going? Is he
I don't
staying
think he
up
makes
there?
the list.
He might not even make the top 50.
I don't know based on now. I think he is going to have a bounce back year. But when you have a guy who went from 115 points down to 56, 58, we'll call it 60, round up, that's a massive drop-off. You don't deserve to be in that top 50 unless you believe he's going to have that bounce back year. But I think Huberdeau, I don't know if I'd put him in my top 50 right now. I think he's going to be a top 50 player, but he's got to go out and earn it for me.